Hello there, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your full moon waning period tarot reading. So if you're new here, my name is Melissa and I do tarot readings based on zodiac sign. And we're going to be doing the full moon June 17th, 16th, 17th, 17th. I had to look at my notes. Until the new moon, which comes July 2nd. So we're going to be looking at that period. I like to do moon cycles now. Yeah, I'm a Cancer, so I like the moon. So that's what we're doing. All right, so I hope this resonates. I'm going to go ahead and continue shuffling and do my normal little spiel. So I will usually connect with a lot of different energies, so I'll have messages for multiple people. If something doesn't resonate for you, then it's meant for somebody else. So the whole thing, it can't resonate for everyone, right? So everyone's not the same person. Everybody's not living the same life. So if something doesn't resonate for you, please leave it behind for whoever it's meant for. If the whole thing doesn't happen to resonate, I would invite you to check out your moon, rising, or Venus signs as well. See if your message is actually in one of those videos. Being that it's the full moon, it could be that you're identifying with the moon energy more than your sun sign. So definitely check those out if you're not familiar with what that means. Check out the Metaphysical Monday playlist in the description box. I did a video explaining what your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs mean for you. So might be worth checking out if you're curious. That also reminds me, I do a video every Monday called Metaphysical Monday, and we talk about metaphysical stuff like your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, crystals, meditations, smudging, and whatever other things that we can come up with. So if you have any suggestions, I'm open. You can add them in the comments below. Take a deep breath, Melissa, right? Okay, so Taurus. One more shuffle for Taurus. Okay. What is Taurus looking at for this full moon? What is Taurus's energy during the full moon? Full moon for Taurus. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. All right. That's beautiful. What else do we have for Taurus for the full moon? King of Cups reversed. King of Cups reversed. Hello. He doesn't want to focus. Maybe that's why he's reversed. He's not focused. All right, one more card for Taurus for the full moon. 10 Cups. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. All right. So it looks like we have some kind of new idea coming in for you that really you're working on something new mentally. Could be, did you start something new as far as learning goes? Yeah, not a skill, but definitely something mental. Taking maybe a spirituality class, learning tarot, Reiki, something spiritual or mentally oriented, not really like a skill or anything like that, but maybe something new going on, some kind of summer course for you. King of Cups is in the reverse though, so I feel like yeah. I feel like you're really focusing on making yourself happy. You're not wanting to include anybody else in your happiness. Right now, I feel like this could be you focusing on you as well. Doing something for yourself, something new that you really didn't do before. I don't feel like I feel like this is just you. We have him in reverse, which tells me that there's not another person right now that you're focusing on. I feel like you're just focusing on yourself, doing something new that you want to do, something to help you grow. That's what I'm getting at. But it has to do with your ultimate happiness. So I feel like perhaps you have eliminated somebody from your life. I feel like perhaps that's the case, and maybe for the purpose of growing yourself spiritually, mentally. I feel like you're really focusing on you right now and doing what makes you happy. So let's see what else we can get for Taurus. What's coming up for Taurus? What's coming up in the near future for Taurus? Okay, we're going to take that one. Okay. You're going somewhere. All right, what else is going on for Taurus? And then your future for Taurus. Ooh, so many swords. Ooh. Huh. All right, you guys. Knight of Swords, Two of Swords. Knight of Swords came out first, so that's why I say movement. The Knight of Swords is a swift action. You have, I mean, I feel like you clearly made a decision. You've cut somebody out of your life. Again, this is also a decision. You've made a decision card. That's what that card says to me. But I feel like you already made this decision, but maybe there's more coming. Maybe there's more coming. Some other weighing your options, not really wanting to see what the option. You're not really wanting to look at the options. So I feel like maybe you kind of possibly impulsively being King of Cups, maybe. Reversed is something kind of maybe to me impulsive, having to do with emotion. It was like a quick judgment. Also could be why there's this Knight of Swords, King of Swords. King of Swords. I feel like there's definitely something. You've eliminated something from your life, but there's something you're not looking at. There's something you're not willing to. I'm hearing you're not willing to part with it. Yeah, I don't see material things here. I feel like maybe it's a thought process that you're having trouble. You're having trouble with that. Maybe that's why you have decided to go solo and start on your own path. But yeah, we have so many swords out here, so there's a lot of mental stuff going on for you. This King of Swords could be another person. Yeah, I feel like it might be another person, but I don't feel like it's a romantic person. I feel like maybe it's somebody that, to me, I just keep hearing move on. You're moving on. You're moving. Take a hike, whatever. Like not in a like actual nature kind of way. But you're moving on. This is a person I feel like that is helping you move on. That's kind of giving you some clarity, helping you talk things through. But I feel like you're still missing something. You're not missing necessarily, avoiding. I feel like some avoidance going on here. So let's see what else is coming up for Taurus in the near future. The High Priestess. Okay. Yes. So the High Priestess is all about intuition and trusting your gut, and I feel like that's where you end up going. You're really not wanting to weigh the options. You're not wanting to look at the options. You're wanting to trust your gut. You're wanting to go with your intuition. This also could be I'm very drawn to this portion. It looks like sun, moon, planets. I see planetary action here, planetary movement. Yeah, I feel like you're really wanting to get more into something more spiritually based, not religion based. Definitely not religion based. This is more spiritual growth within yourself, not trying to be confined into a religious label, but really focusing on yourself. Again, coming back to what we previously saw, I feel like you're not wanting to look, but I'm like, just the connection between these two keeps it's kind of like blaring at me. See, there's another moon there, right? And we're doing our full moon reading. I feel like you really are getting in touch with your intuition and not wanting to not wanting to think too hard on stuff, right? She's blindfolded, right? The Two of Swords is decision. You're weighing your options between one or the other. You have to make a decision. A decision needs to be made. But the blindfold is preventing you from looking at all angles of the possibilities. There we go. But I feel like the reason these two are so connected to me connected to each other for me right now. The blindfold is not wanting to look at the options, not wanting to weigh your options, because you're really feeling like you want to go with your gut on this. You're trusting your intuition, and that's why you're not making a thought out, overly analyzed is what I'm hearing, an over analyzed plan or an over analyzed decision. You're really going with your gut. Again, I just looked down and saw this guy. What did I just say a minute ago? Said you kind of impulsively, instinctively, emotionally, like not really snapped, but a quick decision was made based on your gut instincts. And again, I feel like that's where you're headed right now. You're really working towards trusting your intuitions and not focusing on every little detail and over analyzing what the options are and what might be, and what's going to happen if I do this versus you're not doing pros and cons lists. You're really tuning into yourself and saying, what feels right for me? What feels right? Not what do I think will have the best outcome. You're really focusing inward, and I feel like there's somebody coming in for you, or may already be there, that is helping with the speed. Somebody that you're talking to, right? I'm hearing a lot of move forward, move on. You're getting advice from someone. Swords are speech, communication, so somebody that you're talking to that is helping. I don't feel like this is romantic whatsoever. I feel like maybe this is a family friend, a parent, something along those lines, that is kind of helping you not be wrapped up in all of the details, right? So yeah, like it took me a minute to get there. I'm sorry for like kind of rambling there in the middle, but I really feel like you are starting something new for yourself, and I feel like that is making yourself happy, and I feel like that is because you went with your gut and kind of kicked someone out of your life. Not really kicked someone out of your life, but stopped taking stock in their opinions and letting their feelings influence you. I feel like you are not really focusing on the details because somebody is helping you through that, and that you are really trying, if you're not consciously trying to get in touch with your intuition or hear your guides or anything that may sound too woo-woo for you, I feel like maybe even subconsciously, instinctually, you're learning to go with what makes you feel good versus what everybody else is going to think of the outcome or what the outcome might be. But what I am seeing is that there are no pentacles and there are no wands on this spread whatsoever. This is all about your guts and your head, right? This is a head versus heart, emotion, instinct, intuition versus thought process. And I really feel like you're using your communication skills to get yourself out of your head, and really focus more with how decisions make you feel, and going with the decisions that make you feel better about yourself, about anything. So you're not focused on finances right now. There's not really any creativity going on right now. You are really working on your intuition, and that is for you. And I feel like that's what you need to work on right now. So with the full moon, that is everything kind of coming to a head. This is the peak of the cycle. This is where the moon starts waning. So in this last couple of weeks, really what you're working on is definitely something new that you've manifested that is coming to fruition during the full moon, and that is you doing you and making you happy and going with your gut feelings. Now, the other part of the full moon and what we go through in this second half of the cycle is letting go of the attachments that we had in the first half. The first half was building up to this manifestation of the full moon, right? So this second half, this next couple of weeks, through the beginning of July, you're really kind of letting go of the things that didn't come up for you, and really expressing gratitude for those things that you have manifested, that the universe has brought you, that you asked for, and that I really feel like that is your independence and your not giving a fuck what other people are trying to get you to do. So yeah, I'm very happy that you are speaking up for yourself, it feels like, and I do feel that you are continuing to get better at this. So I look forward to your next reading. Make sure you hit subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified when we do the new moon. Those should be around the beginning of July to get us started for the next cycle. And of course, don't forget, every Monday I post a video on metaphysical stuffs, and you don't want to miss out on that either. So also, I don't know if I mentioned it when I was shuffling. Usually I do when I'm shuffling, but I think I rambled a little bit. I'm doing a giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers for a free reading from me, where you get to ask your question of choice. So please don't forget to do all of that and check out the description box below. I will see you in the next video, and as always, have a blessed day.